going on, guys? George here from bemoregeorge.co.uk, your home for photographic awesomeness. And I'm here today with another quick Photoshop basics tutorial. And this one is on something really awesome that I don't think people utilize enough, or if they do, they don't use it to its full potential and they keep it limited. And that is clipping masks. As the name implies, it is a bit like a mask. However, it is clipped to the layer that you clip it to, hence the name clipping mask. So what a clipping mask does is it allows you to clip things to other layers. So for example, if we've got this image of this Welsh landscape here really quick, and let's say I wanted to just add in a gradient really quick just to sort of simulate the sun. Let's just make a really quick sun thing going on here, and in order to do that, we're just going to grab some orangish yellow. Let's grab that there. Let's just chuck this up here, right? So this is fine. Let's just rasterize that so we can move it around. So if we've got this layer here and we say it's our sun and we're just going to put it there, if we wanted to just change the color of that layer and nothing else in the photo, we would use a clipping mask. So we could grab a hue and saturation layer, and as you can see, without clipping it, if we change the saturation, it's changing the saturation on the entire picture. But or even the color, if we change the hue up here, it's changing it on the whole picture. But let's say we just want the gradient we added to just be this purple and keep everything else the same. To do that, we would do a clipping mask. And it's dead easy to do. Super, super, super simple. All you have to do is go over here to your layers palette, hover between the two layers, and press your Alt or your Option key and click. And voila! Our hue and saturation layer now is clipped to the gradient fill layer below it. So all the changes we make here are only affecting the gradient layer and nothing else. Now this is extremely powerful, and where it comes in really, really handy is with text. You can do loads of things with text without having to create complicated masks and rasterizing and making things so you can't change them later. So let me just show you really quick. So we've got our Welsh background here, and let's just say I want to add in the word Wales up at the top because it's a Welsh landscape, and let's just put Wales up there. Now, one thing I will say about this, if you want to manipulate text in the way that I'm about to do it, it's good to have a nice thick font, not a thin font. It will work with a thin font, but it won't work how you're going to see it work here. And if you want to be able to do things with other blending modes, I would suggest putting your text in gray. But ultimately, that's going to depend on you and what you want to do with your photo. But in order to change things with blending modes, I would go with the 50% gray. Anyways, so we've got our gray text that says Wales up here. Let's say we wanted that text to look cooler. We wanted it to be, I don't know, metal, for example. So let me grab this and chuck this on here, and we've got this really weird rusted metal piece. We place it over our text. It looks rubbish because it's covering it up, but let's add a clipping mask. So again, we hover between the two layers, hold down Alt or Option, and click. And voila! Now the corroded metal layer we've just done is only showing up in the text, and that's because we've clipped it to the text, and therefore the text is acting like a mask, clipping mask. What's really awesome about this is that you can move it, so we can just transform our metal layer and position it around into somewhere where it looks really good. That looks pretty good. Any changes we add to the text is gonna apply to the text and not to the metal, so it's super, super awesome. If we wanted to stroke the text with just a simple black outline, we can do that. We've still got the text filled with metal. We can transform this, shrink it down, make it look however we want. I like that. And then you can play with the blending modes. We can put it into an overlay and we get a different effect. Put it in soft light, you're going to get a different effect. Put it in color, you're going to get a different effect. You can do literally anything you want and make your text more exciting and awesome. I mean, with the effects you can add, you can do anything. We can bevel bevel this if we wanted to, bevel and emboss, so we can make it look really rubbish by making all this stuff happen. But the thing is, it still has our text overlay, and if we put that back to normal, look at that. You're not going to find text like that very easily out on the internet without paying for it. And the thing is, it's so easy to do with a simple clipping mask. That's all that it takes. So again, text layer, metal layer above it, hover between the two, hit the Alt or Option key and click. And again, that applies with literally anything that you do. So say we want to now, let's get rid of this bevel and emboss and stuff. We'll keep the stroke because that looked all right. Now let's say we want to change the color of the metal. So we would just do the same thing. We would put a hue and saturation layer up here, hover between the two, hit Alt and Option, click. Now any changes we make here is only going to affect the metal and nothing else. So we can change it to another color. Let's colorize it. We can do whatever we want, and we've got something much more exciting than plain old boring text, and it's super easy to do. If this is the first video you've seen by me, please, I would love it if you subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell. You'll get some notifications whenever I post up a new video, which will be every single week. If you like the video, give it a big fat thumbs up. This is a super easy but so overlooked feature in Photoshop. Clipping masks. Use it, experiment with it, try it out. It will unlock worlds of possibilities for you. And keep shooting. Be awesome. I'll see you later.